Just about 12 hours ago, President Trump, my boss, had a very productive meeting with President Xi in South Korea. An agreement has been reached. This is probably the first time on camera, here in America at least, that we are discussing this. So I think it's pretty neat that we just happened to be on a row crop farm in Indiana when that deal was reached. That agreement with China obviously delivers for our farmers in a big way, but also secures real reforms for critical rare earth resources and also on deadly fentanyl trafficking, which our administration remains very, very focused on. President Trump knows how important Chinese purchases of our farm commodities is for our farmers, and he successfully negotiated that deal in 2019 in Trump 1. Of course, we know that the last administration did not hold the Chinese accountable for that deal, but we have a new leader in town. Again, very, very grateful to be here. Just maybe another couple top lines on the deal itself. 12 million tons of soybeans in the next 2 months will be purchased under that deal. This is a floor, by the way, so it could be more. And at least 25 million tons of soybeans in 2026, 2027, and 2028, plus additional commitments to buy sorghum, hardwood, which is important for this state too, by the way, and the removal of unwarranted retaliatory tariffs on a whole suite of our ag products. So all of the above, including our livestock, etc. Again, a real win for our farmers, but especially here in Indiana, where those commodities account for 65% of farm income that is generating over $5 billion in revenue. We are analyzing right now exactly what this means. The plan is being put together. We have worked very hard across the entire cabinet. So this isn't just me, it's also Scott Bessent in Treasury and Howard Lutnick in Commerce and Kelly Loeffler for small business, how we can put a package together for our farmers that makes sure that any sort of harm they have incurred under this renegotiation that's happening, that we will step in the gap. So I don't know that right now at this moment we know exactly what that looks like. Being out on the combine with Tyler, I mean, we're in harvest right now. So we'll see what the market does, and we will be ready to continue to step in if in fact we believe it's necessary.
Very quick follow-up. Will we need to wait until the government reopens before we'll get any details on that?
We will. But unfortunately, the way that works is about, 50,000, I think, of USDA employees are furloughed right now. So our very top team, our senior team, is not furloughed. We're working around the clock. But as we are building that plan out, we don't have the resources we need to build a plan that potentially supports tens of thousands of farmers. But hopefully, as soon as the government shutdown ends, hopefully today or tomorrow, we'll see if the Democrats will reopen the government. We'll be able to move very quickly. Thank you, sir. And to your point on SNAP and WIC, these are programs that vulnerable Americans need, but we do not have the $9.2 billion sitting in a pot that is required for us to fund November. And that's where we are today. So the 3 boatloads that were purchased a couple days ago by China, but then this 12 million metric ton commitment right now, and then 25 million next year, again, as a floor, I think is a huge, huge win for our soybean farmers in the short term. But the long term, the conversations have to continue. We can't be so reliant on one market for our farmers to sell in, because hopefully we're happy kumbayaing together for a long time with China. But we may not be, and if we're not, then our soybean farmers are going to be in exactly the same position, not being able to support their families, selling their farms because they can't get a good price on their soybeans. So